Very good morning to all. This lecture is about fundamental of cloud computing and big data, and the code is TCS 351. Myself, Dr. Sachin Sharma. We are going to discuss Unit 1, Introduction to Cloud Computing in this lecture. The cloud computing resources that you see in the image, that servers, virtual desktop, software platform, applications, storage or data. If we talk about the application that is created by developers in form of apps that user can download it from the library or from the Play Store, virtual desktop that is deployed on operating systems, and operating system differs based on the hardware. So these five resources of the cloud computing are easy to remember to see this figure. The servers, virtual desktop, software platform where the application can be developed. It's basically the environment where a developer can develop an application. And storage and data. Any data which process on the application. The cloud computing provides the storage for the data. And as you see in the bottom, that multiple devices, whether it's mobile phone, tablet, laptop, they are connected through router using Wi-Fi, and the end user desktops, they are connected through switches, Ethernet switches. And the switches or router that provide the connectivity of the internet to the cloud computing resources. So that is the good pictorial form of the cloud computing. It helps to understand that how does cloud computing works. Multiple devices connected through router through Wi-Fi, desktops they are connected through switches, and router and switches they are connected to the internet and using the cloud computing resources. And this is how the end user connect to the cloud computing. There are three services that are provided by the cloud service providers: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. Software as a service is provided by the developer, where developer develop an application on software as a service. and it is consumed by software consumer such as different users like us. Platform as a service, it is consumed by developer where developer develop an application using the platform or using the different programming language that is provided by the environment is provided by the platform as a service. Infrastructure as a service, it is consumed by developer. So when we talk about the who will be the customer of infrastructure as a service and platform as a service, so the customers are developers. But for software as a service, which is directly linked to the end users or software consumers, where developers develop an application on software as a service and it is consumed by software consumer. So it is the basic structure of the cloud computing services where providers provide the services and software consumer consume software as a service, where developer develop an application using IaaS and PaaS and they provide application on SaaS and that application is consumed by software consumer. When it comes to who manages the resources at different layer or at different services. So we start with IaaS, infrastructure as a service. It has basically two layers, hardware layer, high-end hardware layer consists of central processing unit, memory and disk, and infrastructure layer that consists of virtual machines, and that resources are managed by the network or system administrators. When it comes to platform as a service, in platform as a service there is platform layer that consists of the software frameworks such as Java, Python, .NET and the storage that has database and the files. And who manage those resources at platform as a service? The software developers. So the software developers manage the resources at platform as a service. Software as a service, which is very important in terms of consumer interaction. It has application layer which provides application or softwares, and this layer is managed by end users. So the network and system administrators manage infrastructure as a service resources. Software developers manage platform as a service resources, and end users manage resources at software as a service. Or in other words, the network and system administrator manage the resources at hardware layer and infrastructure layer, and the software developers manage the resources at platform layer, and the end users manage the resources at application layer. Let's talk about the architecture of cloud computing. That what is available at front end and back end. I believe most of you understand what is front end and back end. The front end that you see and the back end which is not visible. So in cloud computing, the client infrastructure that comes under front end. And what comes under client infrastructure? The hardware devices, the wire, the machines. And that client infrastructure is connected to the internet, and through internet the front end is connected to the back end. Then what back end consists of? The back end has application, services, the runtime cloud, storage, and the cloud infrastructure, including the security techniques and the management. So all these things comes under backend, and the services that you use at the front end through internet based on the what is available at backend. So that's the basic architecture of cloud computing, where the client infrastructure is connected to the cloud computing resources via internet. So as you can see in the architecture of cloud computing is the security, the management, the services, the runtime cloud, storage, infrastructure and the application, all these resources management is done at back end only. At front end, the client, the user, the consumer use their own infrastructure to use the cloud computing services, use the cloud computing resources via internet. This is the end user consumption of the cloud services. How the flow does work. So we start from the bottom layer. MSP, Managed Service Provider. It is similar to traditional managed services. Software as a service that includes a large number of applications based on the functionality. Platform as a service that is traditionally called infrastructure as a service, but it is related to providing the environment, providing the platform to the developers to develop an application on software as a service. Infrastructure as a service, it is also called hardware as a service, and hosting 2.0 that is related to scalability data center hosting. Then all these services are connected to network layer, and through network layer it interacts with infrastructure layer where the virtualization and operating system layer exist, hardware platform, server infrastructure exists, the storage platform exists, and to develop an application platform layer is needed where the application database, the environment exists. So the platform layer connected to the service layer where the application code, high level ISV exists, where the developers develop an application and where it linked to the software consumers. And all these layers related to the operations. So based on the operations, applications are developed by the developer using the different layer, using the different services, or based on the demand of the operation, developers develop the application, developers develop the apps, and based on it the billing model is created. And what is billing model? In billing model, the cloud providers bill the services as per the user demand. So for example, many of you use the Geo services, and the billing model of Geo services is based on the data that you use and the type of phone calls that you do using the Geo services. So the cloud end users, that is related to the services that is provided by the cloud service provider to end users. When we talk about the delta of effort or the delta of opportunity that is available on the cloud service platform, it is related to the cloud service providers, that what type of services is provided by the different cloud service provider companies such as AWS, Google, Microsoft Azure, Salesforce. And the what is the unique selling proposition, we also call it USP. What is the unique selling proposition of the cloud service provider, and how it is related to fulfill the user's demand? There are different service provider applications are available in Play Store, such as Google Apps, Amazon Web Services, and it is very important for the service provider to use those applications at their optimum level, that reduce the operational cost of the application. At the end user's aspect, it is important to learn the skills, abilities, and the experience the technology that is available on the cloud services platform. The more user-friendly technology will help end user to use the application more efficiently and effectively. Now it's question time. If you have any question, you can post in the group. And that's it for the day. We have completed Unit 1, Introduction to Cloud Computing. Hope that you have enjoyed the lecture. Thank you.